Okay, so here are my thoughts on what's wrong with the Wolverine. Now let me start by saying that this isn't going to be as angry as the Man of Steel review I did. That video had far too many plot holes in it for me to stomach. The Wolverine wasn't that bad. It had a few things that were a little bit bizarre about it, but it was definitely better than the Man of Steel and a bajillion times better than that horse first Wolverine movie, which was just horrendously terrible. Like, seriously, who green-lighted that sack of movie? This movie, fortunately, was not that terrible. My major complaint with the movie is the same complaint I have with most superhero movies, in that bad guys make such convoluted, stupid plots to achieve a goal when there are clearer, more obvious lines to follow.
Spoiler alert!
1. So we know at the end of the movie that the whole point of bringing Wolverine to Japan was to suck the marrow out of him so that the asshole that he saved from a nuclear bomb a while ago could steal Wolverine's healing factor. If that's the goal overall, why go through so much shit along the way to make it happen? You brought Wolverine to your home in Japan so that he could meet Mariko, and then you could put a bug in him to stop his healing, and then kidnap Mariko, and then bring him to the factory so Wolverine would chase you there, and then you could catch him and put him into your machine, and then you could extract the life juice from him. Question: why didn't you just bring him to your goddamn machine to begin with instead of getting everything else in the way? You're probably gonna say, oh, because we had to depower him so he wouldn't heal as much, so he'd be easier to catch. But that's clearly bullshit, because Wolverine is fully healing by the end of the movie, so that the heart robot literally served no purpose to your end. He just gets a poison arrow in his ass by a clan of ninja assholes, and then you drag him with all the ninja ropes he just arrowed into him. Meaning, you did not need all of that shit in between. Start the movie with a poison arrow in the ass, and voila, you just saved yourself a shit ton of trouble and useless goddamn scheming. 2. That whole idea of extracting Wolverine's marrow to get his healing powers was a little bit bizarre for me as well. How do they know that taking the marrow would give you those powers? Is there some Wolverine instruction manual that I don't know about? Why does the marrow make the guy young but not Wolverine young? It's got healing powers, not anti-aging powers. How do they know that Wolverine's claws are exactly that many centimeters apart so you can set up your little drills to access those points? Why do you have to wait for his claws to pop to get the marrow? Use your big ass sword and cut his leg off at the thigh and suck the marrow out that way. I'm also not too sure that adamantium can be cut by warmer adamantium. These questions aren't really answered in the movie. Maybe they got the info from the Weapon X program, but I didn't really see the connection in the movie. 3. I was a little bit upset with how Wolverine got the robot planted in his heart to begin with. Remember the beginning of the movie when Wolverine smells the traces from the poison arrow that's been in the bear for a couple of hours? He can track that scent. That is one of Wolverine's powers. Tell me then how the fuck he didn't smell that Viper lady who was just reeking of poison. Her whole goddamn body is poison. She gargles it like Listerine. You're telling me Wolverine couldn't smell her stink ass coming into the bedroom and making out with him? You'd say, oh, but his tea was drugged. Well, Wolverine will be able to smell the tea that was drugged. That makes him Wolverine. That's one of his powers. And instead, the next day after he smelled this girl who mouth raped him while he was sleeping, he doesn't say anything when he sees her in a funeral. He just walks by like nothing happened. I don't... What? 4. That funeral was a bit stupid. We're pretending to be monks, but as soon as we become bad guys, we rip off our robes like they didn't take really long time to tie up, and then we show our tattoos, and we yell like crazy idiots waving guns in the air. Great job of perpetuating the stereotype and using shitty caricatures. 5. And how about that scene with Wolverine being a really stupid ass Americo? Logan, in Japan, we don't stick our chopsticks in the rice because it reminds us of funeral rites. Got it. Let me go back to my story. Holy shit, Wolverine, did you just stick your chopsticks in there again? Sorry, I'm an idiot. What the fuck, Logan? Don't tell me you're that stupid. And how about when you go into the hotel and you're like, 2 rooms, side by side. I want now, give me. Come on, Wolverine. That was just dumb. Now, from a comic reader's perspective, I was a little bit upset because Wolverine is one of the most well-traveled mutants out there. He's fluent in Japanese, and he could wield a samurai sword pretty freaking well. Here, instead, he's just a bumbling shithead tourist. 6. The whole attempt to assassinate Mariko was really bizarre as well. Why hire the Yakuza to try to kill her? Remember at the end of the movie, the father brought her back to the home and was about to kill her with his knife? Why didn't you just kill her at home to begin with, since you're okay with killing her at home anyways? And then when the Black Ninja crew come in and save her, and then they bring her to the factory with a sign that says, come get her. Why did they have to keep her alive? They could have just left the sign there and killed her anyways. Wolverine wouldn't know. It's not like his useless smelling ability helped him out before. She literally served no purpose in this movie. 6.1. Side note, I would like to know how Viper at the end of the movie peels off her skin. What the fuck for? You get an arrow in you, but you're okay because you can shed your skin? And how do you shed your skin, but then you keep the rest of your clothes on? 7. Why did the grandfather grandfather have to leave everything to the granddaughter in the will? This part now, it might have been translated in the movie, but I'm not sure because I saw the movie in Korea and they didn't put up the English subs for the Japanese dialogue parts, so maybe they're answered in there, but even if they did, I doubt that it made much sense. Other than that, my complaint about the movie as a whole, oh wait, I have 7.1. I have a really tiny complaint. When Wolverine comes back to life and then he stops Yukio from being killed, he has a dumb line like, "Don't hit my friend." Really, writers, you couldn't come up with something cooler than that? "Don't hurt my friendship. Hodor, hodor, hodor." It was dumb. Other than that, my complaint about the movie as a whole is that it just didn't really do for me what I wanted out of a Wolverine movie. Wolverine spent most of the time depowered and falling in love and stupid boring crap like that. I'm more interested in seeing him running around and busting ass. I want to see him cut people, get drunk, don't take no nonsense, scare the shit out of people, look someone in the eyes and be like, "You're going to tell me what I want to know, bub, or I'm gonna start cutting pieces off your body." That was a really lame Wolverine impersonation, but you know what I mean. That's the kind of Wolverine I love. Be angry at the world, be dark, twisted, angry Wolverine. Instead, you're all broken from killing Jean and you spend most of the movie being sad about Jean and without healing powers. I wanted to see a superhero movie, but instead, I got a sissy hero movie. Yes, that was clever, shut up. Let me know what you think. I'm still okay with having watched the movie. I just didn't love it. I think this is more of a rental rather than going to the theater kind of movie. Yeah.